You ever notice how some dates just seem special? Well, today we're looking at one of those. A single day in the calendar that somehow, across the centuries, gave us multiple minds who would completely reshape the world we live in. Let's dig into this incredible coincidence.
April 28th. So what is it about this specific date? Is it all just a massive coincidence? Or is there some kind of hidden pattern in the calendar that connects these brilliant thinkers? You know, that's the mystery we're going to try and unravel today.
Because on this one day, scattered across different countries and different centuries, a whole series of brilliant minds were born. Now, they never met, of course, but their work is connected in a way you might not expect. And their ideas? Well, they're literally powering the world you're living in right now.
Okay, let's open our first case file. This one takes us into the invisible logic that organizes the world all around us. It's a pattern so fundamental, you use it dozens of times a day without ever seeing it.
No, really, think about it for a second. When your phone connects to the strongest cell tower, how does it know which one is closest? Or when a weather app shows you that map of rainfall, how are those regions defined so perfectly? What is the secret code behind all that?
Well, the answer takes us all the way back to April 28th, 1868, and the birth of a mathematician named Georgy Voronoy. He was the one who would finally crack this hidden code of closeness.
The amazing thing about Voronoy's idea is just how simple it is. He figured out a way to take any group of points and perfectly divide the space around them. So imagine each point is a pizza place. His diagrams draw the delivery zones so that every single house is inside the zone of the pizza place it's closest to. It's a brilliant insight, and it's now fundamental to everything from geophysics to computer graphics.
So what does this all mean? It means every time your world gets organized by what's nearest, you're seeing his idea at work. He gave us the mathematical answer to that super simple question. What's closest? All right, let's put that on our timeline and see how this is building. We have our first genius locked in on April 28th. But now let's jump back a few years to a different country where another world-changing idea was being born on that very same day.
So our second case file is all about light. And I'm not talking about just any light. I mean the kind of powerful artificial light that allowed human beings to conquer the night for the very first time.
Before Edison's light bulb was everywhere, cities were lit up by something way more dramatic, the electric arc. It was powerful, it was dazzlingly bright, but it was also a mess. It was notoriously unstable, always hissing and flickering. How in the world do you tame that kind of raw power?
The answer, and you're probably guessing this by now, takes us right back to April 28th, this time in 1854, with the birth of Hertha Marks Ayrton, a truly brilliant engineer and mathematician who decided to take on this exact challenge.
Ayrton just dove headfirst into the physics of the electric arc. She figured out the exact relationship between the pressure, the current, and the length that was causing all that hissing and flickering. Her work made arc lighting way more reliable and quiet, which paved the way for it to be used in everything from streetlights to the very first movie projectors. And for this incredible work, she became the first woman ever to be awarded the prestigious Hughes Medal by the Royal Society. You know, where other people just saw a flickering, unreliable light, she saw a problem that could be solved with math. She found the hidden pattern hiding inside the flicker of a man-made star.
Okay, back to our timeline. We now have two incredible minds, Ayrton and Voronoi, both born on April 28th. But the story doesn't stop there. Let's jump back even further, to the earliest of our three geniuses.
Our final story today isn't about some kind of high-tech device you can see. It's about the fundamental properties of shape itself, and it starts with an object so simple you probably tied one this morning.
What if a simple knot wasn't just a knot? What if it was a mathematical object with its own unique properties? And what if, by creating a complete catalog of every single possible knot, you could unlock the very building blocks of atoms? I know, it sounds like science fiction, but it was a very serious scientific idea.
This incredibly ambitious quest brings us to our final April 28th birthday, 1831, and the birth of P.G. Tait, a Scottish physicist and mathematician.
Tait took on this absolutely monumental task of creating a complete census of knots. He painstakingly drew and classified all the knots he could, creating the first ever tables of their kind. This pioneering work ended up laying the foundation for a whole new branch of math called topology, which, to put it simply, studies the properties of shapes that stay the same even when you stretch or bend them. like how a coffee mug and a donut are mathematically speaking the same thing.
But here's the real takeaway, the sheer scale of his ambition. See, at the time, a popular theory suggested that atoms were like tiny knotted whirlpools in the fabric of space. So Tait wasn't just cataloging string. He believed the fundamental laws of atoms might be explained by the twisting of a knotted rope.
So we've got three incredible thinkers, working in completely different fields, on completely different problems, all born on the same day. So what's the common thread here? What connects them?
Just look at our timeline now. Tait, the knot theorist, Ayrton, the electrical engineer, Voronoi, the geometer. Three minds, all born on one remarkable day, April 28th. Their work seems like it's from different worlds, but it isn't.
The connection isn't in what they studied, but in how they thought. Each one of them looked at something that seemed chaotic or random or just complicated. And they all asked the same fundamental question. What is the pattern hiding inside the chaos?
Voronoi gave us a totally new way to understand space. Ayrton tamed a powerful new technology, and Tait laid the groundwork for a whole new field of mathematics. Three minds, born on one day, united by a single quest to find the hidden code of our world.
And that really leaves us with a final thought. Their work reminds us that the world is just full of these invisible patterns and hidden rules. So, what invisible patterns are shaping your world right now, just waiting for a curious mind to discover them?